Hey guys, welcome back to another Hack Me Silly video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can complete the You Found Me challenge under server manipulation. That one's right here. So, like the last video, sorry, I'm a little sick. Let's break down what this challenge kind of means. So, the name of it is You Found Me, and it's under server manipulation. So that's a little interesting. Maybe it means that we have to find the server. That shouldn't be too difficult. First thing I would do in this scenario, just looking at, You Found Me, trying to find the server, is probably there's going to be some sort of request being made back and forth between the server to even load this page that we're on, the keys page. So I'm going to right click, hit inspect, and go over to components. Now, there's a lot of components here to look through, and that's a pain to find what we're looking for. So I'm just going to scroll up and use this helpful feature of select an element in this page and to inspect it. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to find the exact page. So it turns out it is this N, which remember is the minified version of the page. And I'm just going to go look at the source code, which might be confusing for a few people, but let's break this down. So in this source code, we have a class called keys, which, if you notice, matches the document ID, or in the URL, /keys. And it has a constructor here. We can ignore that for now. It has something called check key. We'll ignore that for now as well. We want to scroll down to something called component did mount. So this is a function that gets run anytime this page loads, right? So anytime we go to /keys or we hit the refresh button, this function will run before the page actually displays, getting a bunch of information about the page so that it's not just a static web page, so that it updates things in real time. So let's look down here. I'm seeing a lot of this IP address, 127.0.0.1:3001. Another cool thing is 127.0.0.1 is a loopback address. So what is a loopback address? A loopback address is just your own individual IP address. If you're not on, say you're not connected to any network, you're not on a private network or the public network, if you pinged 127.0.0.1, that is just your network interface card pinging itself, right? So you're just basically communicating with yourself. So if we were to go to 127.0.0.1 over port 3001, let's see what happens. This looks like it's fetching something from that port on my own machine. So let's copy this, go to a new web browser, and press enter, and we can see something interesting. This is a restricted server, but hey, good job looking into this. Here is a key. Servers just aren't what they used to be. So we can go ahead, copy that key, and go back over to the React app, go to keys, and submit the key, and see what happens. See if we got it right. And woo, we got it. We completed the You Found Me problem. So what happened there? We found... So let's go back into this, right? And, no, too much stuff. We'll just click that, get back to the N, and view the source code. So this is the IP address and port number that the Hack Me Silly application is using to intercommunicate with the database and other parts that are just on the server itself, right? So basically, any request that the Hack Me Silly application uses is going to this IP address, and a lot of the times it's going to be a host name like www.google.com or something like that, which gets translated to an IP address. But that goes through a system called DNS, which I'm probably not going to cover in any of these videos. But if you're interested in DNS, go ahead and look it up. If you go to Purdue like I do, they will cover it in a lot of the classes that you go through. So don't worry about that. If you're like a freshman or something and you're curious about it, you'll learn it eventually. But yeah, so basically every single request that this Hack Me Silly application is requesting is going to this IP address. And this slash here is just associated with functions inside of that server as well. So we can see here it's sending a request for the problem categories over this port number and IP address, and then it waits, and then it sets the state variable. We don't have to talk about state variables yet, with something that was returned. So let's go ahead and copy this, and let's see what happens. instead. You press enter. So look at that. We can see a whole bunch of JSON, and that's pretty interesting, right? So something that the server shouldn't have is it's allowing me to get to make requests from not the Hack Me Silly application. As in a server, it should only accept requests coming from the local host 3000, or in any other scenario, it should be the domain name rather, which a lot of the times is google.com. So if you're on Google and you send a request to the Google servers, everything should work fine. But if you're, say, on Amazon or something, and you send a request to Facebook servers, it will deny your request because you're not on the Amazon application itself. So there is something broken in the server that allows us to make requests from just the web browser itself. Awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge, and have a good one. Bye.